Hey, what's up, YouTube? March 15th. Today, I didn't do any work. I just went out and did in-home consultations. I had 3 today. So far, 2 of them booked. The other one, they're getting some renovation done on the house, and then he's going to book. But anyway, guys, the title of this video is good customer service. Okay, now I'm going to say great customer service can take you a whole lot farther than great service within itself, because first of all, there's no such thing as perfect service. Okay, now when it comes to services, as somebody who's in the service industry, no, we don't want to go back and redo jobs, but unfortunately, just like anything, guys, nothing is perfect. Okay, we might pretend that it is, but it's not. Okay, and everything, no matter if it's a product, no matter if it's a service, can always have issues. And I'm gonna tell you, I can speak for my company, the reason why we have such a good reputation. I don't strive to be the best service provider. Okay, even though we do great work, but we do have issues every now and then, and that's just the reality of being a service provider. But I will say, one thing that I strive to be great at is customer service. And this is one of the biggest compliments that I get for my company, myself, and also my guys, because we treat our clients the way we want to be treated. We treat our clients like it's our home. All right. And that's something that we stand by. So for example, today I did a screen and recoat yesterday. All right, the client texted me back, because I always follow up with my clients. My client texted me late last night after the second coat was dry and ready to walk on, and said, "Courtney, the floors look amazing. We're so happy, but there's a few spots we want you to take a look at." So after I went and did my 3 in-home consultations today, I went out back to the house, took a look, and in the kitchen, it was it looked like the outline of a hair, but it wasn't a hair. And then by the front door, his weather strip under his door, I noticed it on the first coat, but I didn't know where it was coming from. But after the first coat dried, I didn't notice it. But on the second coat, after it dried, and I went back and looked today, it's like a lap line. Okay, and when we look under the door, his weather strip has a little piece hanging down, so when you close the door, it actually pulled the polyurethane and made a little puddle. All right, so after I went out there today, the first thing Robert said, "Courtney, we don't want you to think we're here nitpicking." I said, no, Robert, this is my work, and my work is my reputation. Okay, and I told them, I said, I don't like to do spot work. Okay, and unfortunately, in this situation, especially since it's by the front door and it's also right in the middle of the kitchen, that little hair outline, I'm just going to come back after my weekend, because I'm going out of town tomorrow, and I'll be back Sunday and be back working Monday. I said, I want to come back Tuesday and just scuff the floors back down, knock out those imperfections, and just put you another top coat back on top. And guys, let me tell you, him and his wife, like, they almost couldn't believe it. And I can't tell you how many times I have had clients tell me, "Courtney, just for you to come back is amazing," because we have used so many companies that when we have issues, okay, when we have problems, they won't come back. Okay, and I'm gonna tell you guys why they won't come back. It's 2 reasons. Number one, they probably just don't care. And unfortunately, you have a lot of businesses, they just don't care. Once they get paid, you no longer exist to them. And for some reason, I don't understand that, because to me, guys, I look at the longevity. I look at the relationship, okay, of what I can build with this client. All right, a lot of companies just want that one transaction, okay, that one payment, and that's it. But they forget about the things that really matter: your reputation, getting reviews, okay, getting referrals, getting repeat business. To me, those things are far more valuable than the money. All right, so this is why I treat my clients a certain way, and I take care of my clients the best way as possible. All right, because I've had clients say, Courtney, just thank you for coming back. We're not looking for miracles. We're not looking for the perfect job. We just are so grateful that you came back. Okay, so that's number one. Maybe they just don't care. And number two, and I know this for a fact, they can't afford to go back. This is why, again, if you are a service provider, you have to make profit. Okay, not just make, see guys, there's a difference between making money and making profit. All right, because when I first started my business, I was making money, but I wasn't making profit, because once all the expenses was taken care of, and you know, whatever it costs to run my business, there was nothing left. So this is why a lot of companies don't come back, because they can't afford to come back, because deep down they didn't make any profit. And so this is why you must structure your business accordingly, and you also must structure your prices accordingly. So when you do have clients, you know, like I told my client, I said, you know, we might, honestly guys, and I'm not gonna sit here and lie, because I'm not perfect. Ask Kobe. We probably do about 2 to 4 redos a month. That's just the reality of this business. And I hear, you know, in some of these groups, you know, I hear guys say, oh, I don't get callbacks. I've been in business for 10 years. I never got a call back. But I'm going to tell you why. I can't tell you how many times I've had clients share their bad experience with me about another company. And I asked them, I said, why didn't you call them back? You know what, Courtney? It wasn't even worth it. I just, you know, I'm going to tell you really why, especially when it comes to women, because women are the ones who tend to find the imperfections the most, you know, because come on, guys, let's be honest. Me as a married man, a lot of stuff we can overlook, okay? But one thing I will say this, because when we deal with our clients, 90% of the time, we're dealing with the missus of the house, all right? Just like me, I'm out here working. So when contractors come over, they're dealing with my wife. They're really not dealing with me, all right? They might see me when I come home in the afternoon or something like that. But I've always said this. The worst thing you can do as a contractor or service provider is make a woman feel uncomfortable in her own home, okay? If you make a woman feel uncomfortable in her own home, I guarantee you 100% you will never see that client again. All right, so this is why I make my clients feel comfortable that they can call us back with issues, because guys, let's be honest, we're humans, right? When you go out to a restaurant, how many of us can say this? And I know we can all agree, you went to a restaurant, all right, and you had bad customer service or you had a bad meal, but when the waitress come ask you, how was your meal? Oh, it was fine. It was okay. You're not being honest, because a lot of times what I've realized is clients, most of us as people, we don't like conflict, okay? We would just rather go ahead and pay for it and just be done and just move on, because we have options. We don't have to go back to that restaurant. We don't have to call that service provider back out. Okay, see what I'm saying? So we have options, and that's why me as a service provider and a business owner, it's my job to make my clients feel comfortable to express their issues with me, okay? Because if they don't, first of all, for me, hold on guys, first of all, to me, it's a learning experience, okay? There's a learning experience in everything, no matter if it's good or bad. And I don't even look at redos as bad. I look at it as good, because first of all, this client is giving me the opportunity to come back and make it right. And it might not be a big issue, but it's still an issue. See what I'm saying? So that's the thing, guys. So for example, when we go do redos, like today, I had three cases of polyurethane come in, all right? So when we go back and do a redo, and we have to knock that poly back down and put new poly back on, that's going to cost us $150, $300, depending on how much poly we have to put back on, okay? But guess what, guys? The reason why we can do that, because we're making profit, all right? We're making profit, so we can afford. Now, again, do we want to? You know, do we try to make it? No, we don't. But for example, I did a house about 3 months ago. Same thing. After the second coat drive, the guy called me back and said, Courtney, in certain areas, it was like fuzzy. It was like, we'll find out that the AC unit upstairs was blowing, and it was blowing debris into the poly. So in certain areas, you just see all this fuzz and this hair, okay? And guess what, guys? Even though it wasn't my fault, I still went back and made it right. Because again, this is my reputation. This is a homeowner. I don't know who this person knows. They live in the neighborhood. They know people, okay? So guess what? When I go back and make it right, when someone asks, who was that company in your house? Who was those trucks in? What were they doing? Oh man, that was the guy Courtney and his crew. And I can't tell you, man, those guys are good. We had a few issues with our floors, and they came back and they redid it and they made it right. That's reputation, okay? That's reputation. Just like the job that we did last week, where the lady had to pay us to come behind another company that she paid $16,000 to. She had to come back and pay us $3 grand to correct their issue, that they wouldn't come back and do it. Guys, that's to me, again, that's not good business practice, all right? Especially when you're a small business, because if you're a big business, you know, if you're a big 500 Fortune 500 corporation, I mean, it gets to the point where your company can be so big, it doesn't even matter, because they have enough people coming back, you know, enough new customers coming in, where if people leave and never come back, it doesn't matter. But for me, and being in business as a small company, I feel like we should try to keep our back door closed as much as possible. So a lot of companies, their front door is open and their back door is open. So customers are coming in and they're going right back out, okay? And they're going, my goal is to keep my back door closed as much as possible. So when clients find my business and they use our services, I want to make sure that they're happy, they're satisfied. And I will say this too, guys, it also goes, who are you servicing? Because I will say this, there are some people who are nitpicky. There are some people you just can't satisfy. And I will say, I have got my business to a certain point, to a certain position. We rarely deal with that. I mean, I'm just fortunate that I tell my clients, I'm grateful for the type of clients and homeowners we work for. We work for great clients. I mean, if my clients, I love the clients that we work for, because they make our job so easier. And that's why I say, as a business owner, especially a service provider, you got to really hone down, who do you really want to work for, all right? When I was a lowball carpet cleaner, cheap prices, I was working for people who wanted something for nothing. They want to give you $100 bill and they want their carpets to look brand new. They give you $500 and they want their hardwood floors to look like they just got installed. That's not a perfect match for my business. So that's why I revamped my business 10 years ago. The clients that I work for now, and you guys see my videos, you see the clients' homes that we go into, these clients, they don't expect perfection, okay? Because they have realistic expectations. So we are a perfect match. Remember, business is no different. It is a relationship. It's a relationship. It is a business relationship, all right? So you really have to be careful also who you service, all right? So I just want to put that out there, guys, is that good customer service, great customer service. Let's say great customer service will always outweigh somebody who's trying to be perfect, okay? Because no one's perfect, no service is perfect, no product is perfect. People who spend $100,000 and up on a car, guess what, guys? Those cars are going to have problems, all right? It's man-made, okay? So it's going to have issues, it's going to have problems. But to me, as a service provider, as a business owner, it's not the problems, okay? Because you're going to have them. You're going to have issues. It's how you handle the issues, okay? And how you make your clients feel during that issue moment. See what I'm saying? So like I say, man, I go to my clients' homes, and they are just, when we do have these issues, my clients are just like, they just can't believe it. They just can't believe, I'm like, this is how we run our business. This is our reputation, you know? This is my business name. All right, this is how I take care of myself. This is how I take care of my family. This is how I'm able to pay my guys. This is that what really matters the most to me. The most to me is how my clients feel about my business when I leave the house. You have to remember, guys, people are two-faced. Okay, we as human beings, again, we are two-faced. Just like when you go into that restaurant and you have a bad meal and they ask you, how was the meal? Oh, it was okay. But as soon as you leave that restaurant with your wife or your husband, oh my God, we'll never eat there again. Oh my God, that food was, oh, that steak was horrible. Let's, but again, how you make people feel and how you communicate with people will make them feel comfortable about expressing their issues with you. All right, guys, Courtney's a little business tip of the day. I'm going out of town tomorrow. I'll be back home Sunday, and I'll be back rocking and rolling Monday. Thanks again for watching. See you in the next one.